This is ridiculous. I'm plus size, and even I don't agree with this.
Justice.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Unqualified. My name is Alex, and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about everything, anything, and nothing all in between. So let's rub the Italian horn and the chili pepper for some good luck, and let's get started. Okay, so I have heard, I heard actually a long, long time ago. This is an old story, but I was talking about it with someone a little while ago, and I wanted to touch on this subject. Oh, that is my stomach. I haven't eaten in a while. Um, I wanted to touch on a subject where this lady and we're going to throw it to the screen in a second so we can catch her name. But this lady who is obese, and I'm talking obese, like bigger than me, like triple chins, like obese. Um, she is advocating for obese people or plus size people to be getting free seats on airplanes if they spill over into the next seat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Like, the entitlement of these people. I mean, I'm plus size. I mean, I ask for a seatbelt extension when I get on the plane. I do. I'll admit it. I'm a fat fuck. I'll admit it. And I'm getting to the point where I don't need a seatbelt extension anymore. So yay me, yay me. I think it is ridiculous for a plus size person to ask for seats, for extra seats on a plane. Because that means, listen, Linda, as Peter Mon would say, that means I have to stop this laptop from shaking. I'm in my bed right now. Sorry, I'm in my bed. I am not feeling well right now. My fibromyalgia is acting up right now. I will get into that in another video because I'm going to get into a video on how I cannot stand Joy Sparkles. Uh, yeah, she is a shame to the chronic illness community and the invisible illness community. So that video will be coming soon. So this lady, I just can't get over the entitlement of this person who's saying, I want a free seat if I can't sit in this one seat. And if I spill over into another seat, I deserve that seat for free. Which, okay, so that means you don't buy it. Or the alternative, the alternative would be making bigger seats for everybody else, which means ticket prices are going to go up for everybody to reupholster the plane, to make bigger seats, to it's going to cost more money if you make the seats bigger, or even if you give these people what they want and make them or give them the free seats, then that means everyone else is going to have to pay for it, and everybody else's tickets are going to go up, right? You know what I mean? Put down in the comments if you know what I mean. You know what I like. Oh god, it grinds my gears. It grinds my gears, and we're gonna listen to a video. I know this is a long intro. We're gonna listen to a video, and I think it's by Piers Morgan, and we're gonna get into it. All right, let's throw it to the screen. Okay, guys, so this is it's ridiculous. Plus size influencer demands obese flyers get free seats. Like it. All right, this is from Sky News Australia. This is a Piers Morgan video. All right, let's watch it.
This plus sized influencer.
No one should have to endure the
Look at this
discomfort.
girl. Look at this girl. This girl is definitely not going to fit into a seat. She is not gonna fit into a seat. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. This girl, like, I'm not trying. I swear on my life, I'm not trying to be mean. I am a plus size person too. Okay, I'm a plus size person too, and this is a plus size person calling out another plus size person, and and this girl is she is big.
Embarrassment and discrimination that often comes with being a plus size passenger trying to navigate air travel. By signing this petition, you can help us demand that airlines take concrete steps to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all
Girl,
passengers.
you got yourself here. Let's be honest. It was probably all those Twinkies and cookies and food that you were eating. I mean, if you have a genetic problem, God bless you. I understand because, like, trust me, I have problems that keep me from losing weight. I take medication that make it hard for me to lose weight. But girl, you are big and, you know, you got yourself there. And so the embarrassment that you feel, I'm not gonna say it's deserved, but you got yourself there. Maybe do something about it.
Whether you're plus size or not, everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when they fly.
Yeah,
Let's work
that's
together.
true. Everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when they fly, but not when not when you're invading someone else's space. Not when you're like spilling over into the seat and you're literally on top of someone, right? And you're in someone else's space. You can't that is I was on a flight with someone, and this man was a French fry. He was from, I think he was from Europe, and I was on a flight with him to New York, and I live in Arizona. And I felt so bad for this poor man. I was I was cuddled up against the side of the plane because I did not want to invade his space. And he was like hunched together. His legs were like together like this because he was in between me and my mother is not she's 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 short and chunky. But anyway, she's not obese. She's not fat. She's just short and chunky. And she just sleeps like this. And so uh, she invades people's space, trust me. Anyway, um and I was just trying not to invade his space because I knew as a plus size person, I'm gonna invade his space no matter what I do. And I felt so horrible. I felt so horrible.
Together to make sure that the travel industry serves everyone, not just a select few.
Well, Jaylene Cheney made global headlines this
Jaylene
weekend after claiming
Cheney.
fat people are entitled to extra seats on planes because they're so
No,
fat.
no. Okay, so what does it say here? Plus size influencer on extra flight seats. All plus size passengers should be provided with an extra free seat or even 2 or 3 seats, depending on their size, to accommodate their needs and ensure their comfort during the flight. If you need 2 or 3 seats because you're that fat, you need to be driving because you're gonna take the plane down. I swear on my life. And that's not me trying to be mean. That's really I'm really trying not to be mean. But it's like there are weight limits for a reason. And it's like we weigh our luggage, but then we don't weigh people. That's weird if you think about it, you know? And it's like, why does it matter if my luggage is 50 pounds, and why does it matter if my luggage is 51 pounds if the person behind me is 500, right? Make it make sense.
She said all plus-sized passengers should be provided with an extra free seat or even 2 or 3 seats depending on their size to accommodate their needs and ensure their comfort during the flight. Well, look, Jaylee, you can have your extra seat, you can have 10 extra seats. But you've got to pay for them.
Mhm.
Why should you be entitled to special treatment? Raising the
Exactly.
cost of travel for everybody else
Yep.
because you're obese.
Yep.
Maximum self-entitlement, zero self-accountability.
So you've invited me to speak here, and I'm being heckled nonstop. And I'm just asking for an administrator to sign the
That's an
Wait,
If you want a multiplicity of ideas,
How did we get from here to here?
Those are students at Stanford University, one of the top universities in the world, where students are so high on the fumes of their own self-importance, they felt entitled to heckle a visiting judge because they didn't like his politics.
That's sad.
The scourge of limitless entitlement takes us down avenues of limitless insanity. It means we have honest jobs we can't fill, but a generation of wastrels who want to be paid for posting photographs of their lunch. It leads to the ludicrous race-baiting idea that every white person should pay compensation to every black person because of the evils of history. It means we
Mhm.
give out medals to kids who come last just because they tried. And the
Yeah,
parents
that's
of those children,
ridiculous. I got a medal, I got trophies because I was that group of children that kind of started with, the whole every kid gets a trophy kind of crap. And I got a trophy because I was on the team, even if we won or lost. I got a trophy, and it's like I didn't deserve a trophy. I sucked in some, areas. I got a sixth place ribbon in dressage, riding horses. Because I sucked. It's like, should there be a sixth place or should it just be first, second, third, right? But we give out ribbons and medals and trophies to make kids feel better because we want their feelings to be affirmed. I think that's crap because we're setting them up to fail, you know. We're setting them up to have this entitlement, you know. Put down in the comments if you know what I mean or if you agree. If you disagree, put it down in the comments. I really want to know.
men demand they're awarded better grades literally just because they're paid to be there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the cost of living crisis, there's a surfeit of these people who think the world owes them a favor.
Mhm.
But fortunately, the rest of us are also entitled to call them out for it.
Yep.
Well, joining me now is the Associate Editor of the Daily Mirror, Kevin Maguire, and Talk TV contributor Esther Crackwood. I'm not sure, but I think I might have started that in my jet-lagged haze, Kevin, with a slightly wrong analogy. I think I said the age of entitlement twice. Of course, I was meant to say the age of enlightenment has now become the age of entitlement. How's it got like this?
Yeah, I'm not sure it entirely has, though, Piers. I think we make progress because one generation challenges the one ahead of them. That's how it is. Now, they don't always get it right, but I'm with those girls in that school. They challenged the teacher. She lost the classroom. They wanted the teacher to address them in
They're
a
at a
different way.
girls' school, Kevin.
But one of them wasn't identified as
their parents have said, we want to send our little girl to a girls' school, which is called a girls' school.
Yeah,
and then when a teacher has the audacity to call them girls, they go nuts. And the teacher then eventually has to leave.
Piers, they challenge the teacher. The teacher stands on her authority and says, no, I'm doing it my way. If that teacher had spoken to them, had a dialogue, understood it, look, one of them wasn't identifying as a girl. I just don't see what the big problem is. I genuinely do not see what the problem is.
If you don't,
I don't see the problem either.
If you don't identify as a girl, don't go to a bloody girls' school. Esther, have I got nuts?
Exactly.
Well, what if one of them identified as a tree? Would you say hello
I don't know, flora and
that
fauna.
happen?
Well, before I went away, I identified
I went to a girls' school.
as a black lesbian, as you know, Esther, and your cackle went around the world.
Don't set her off again.
But this is the problem. If anyone can identify as anything they like, then this insanity just goes everywhere.
Oh, of course. But I think the bigger message that's being sent out here is that the children are ruling the classrooms, which should never be the case. And there's no point of them going to school, because part of going to school is learning discipline and respect for authority.
Exactly.
How can you possibly...
Exactly. She says there that children are running the classroom, and that's true. That's what I see in a lot of these videos, and it's the children are running the classroom, and they're telling the teachers what they should be called. They're telling the teachers who they are, what they are, and what they identify as. And it's mainly some of the teachers' faults, these woke teachers who tell them you can be whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be. And oh my God, tree self, cat self, all that kind of stuff. I've heard of schools putting litter boxes in their bathrooms because of kids who are identifying as cats. And I'm like, are you actually insane? Are you actually insane? Like, who does this? And they don't tell the parents.
bully a teacher into apologizing for calling you a girl?
I'm a great believer in good discipline in schools, but that does not mean that.
Well, no, you're not. You're a great believer in.
No,
you're a great believer in a teacher calling girls, and then you think they have the right to launch some kind of protest.
It's how you set the rules and how you then govern that school.
Kevin, exactly, and that's what they said. You go to school to learn discipline, and there's no discipline these days. It's a free for all. It's literally kids can do whatever they want, and that's the problem.
I think,
Kevin, I've known you a long time.
You
don't believe this.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't think a bunch of girls in a girls' school should have the right to drive a teacher out for calling them girls?
No, I'm sorry the teacher has gone, but I don't believe the teachers handled it as well as they
She said, "Good afternoon, girls."
And if it's then challenged and the kids are explaining why they think they shouldn't be addressed that way,
the school is literally called School for Girls.
I do not see what the problem is. This is not the same as putting a biological man who is a rapist in only a way a man can in a Scottish prison. It's not that case. And what happens?
Sorry, you're getting the clip. I can't do any more of that one. This just driving me too mad. Can we at least agree about free seats for fat flyers, Esther? The idea that the more obese you get, the fatter you become, the more free seats you're entitled to on a plane. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, the lady in the video who was saying it, she was probably the size of the plane that she wanted to fly. Look, the reality is we've always seen, debates online about whether, if you need a seatbelt extension, you should really buy 2 seats because you're spilling over into the other person's seat. And airplanes are designed to basically tin you like sardines, right? So the idea that someone else should pay for the fact that she's obese is quite frankly ludicrous.
Thank you. And that's what I said. Oh my gosh. Girl, that's what I was saying. If you are a big person and you purposely buy a middle or a aisle seat, then you're an ass. And I'll tell you why. Because then you are purposely spilling over. God forbid it's not family. You are purposely spilling over into someone else's space, or you're touching someone else. Or God forbid the sky waitresses, that's what I call them, the air stewardesses or the flight attendants, whatever you want to call them, they can't get through because of your fat ass and you're spilling over into the aisle, then you're an ass. I swear on my life. If you purposely get an aisle seat or a middle seat and you're that obese that you're invading people's spaces, or you can't let the flight attendants pass through, that's ridiculous. And you need to work on yourself. And it's not just diet and exercise, it's working up here. Because as someone who has a eating disorder, and as someone who struggles with weight, and I struggle with weight because of an eating disorder, because of medicine, and because, I can't work out because I'm in too much pain. I know what it's like, but at the same time, I got myself here, okay? The Oreo cookie diet was not a good diet, all right? Because that's what happens when you're depressed in college. And, there's a CVS that sells your favorite Oreos that's right across the street. There's a pizzeria right downstairs in your apartment. There's Dutch Bros right across the street, along with a Taco Bell and a French fry heaven. College was not a good place for me. College is not a good place for someone with an eating disorder, an obesity eating disorder, you know. Uh yeah. So like I said, airplanes, just stay the way you are. Just stay the way you are, airplanes. And for people who are obese, suck it up. Either drive, suck it up, or lose weight. Because that's what I'm doing. And I'm not doing it to fit on a plane. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my own health. And I'm doing it because I want to look good. Anyway, you know what I like. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Hit that notification bell and share, and I'll bring you more content. And, keep watching. Keep watching, comment, and it'll help me with the algorithm. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hasta la pasta, baby. Bye.